So as a Hong Kong expat in the UK, what do you need to consider when you are buying a UK property? Great question, and that is one that's answered by the HK to UK panel members. Check out this video.
And Natalie, we talked about buying a home, and Tony's obviously got this aunt. Talk me through the conveyance process. Again, if someone compared to someone staying in Hong Kong trying to buy a home versus being in the UK, what's the key differences for you?
Well, I think that in terms of for those that sort of don't know, I guess it will be helpful just to outline, the sort of the basics. And I think Simon, you can obviously come in on this, and I know you're an expert on this specifically. But I think in very basic general terms, there are two types of property. So we've got freehold, which are usually houses, and you've got the leasehold, which are usually the flats. So the process for purchasing properties for both of them are essentially similar, but with leasehold, you may have some landlord requirements, which you don't with freeholds. So once you've decided, when we were answering question 2 about where do you want to live, I appreciate entirely that one of the key considerations will be education. So once you've decided where you think you want to purchase a house using Rightmove, Zoopla, or those type of websites or more, you then need to then find a conveyancing solicitor. And that's something obviously Geldar's can assist you with. But the estate agent who you may use as well, they will be the ones that will notify the solicitors once you engaged with them, and then you'll need to consider arranging your finances. So obviously, Simon, your points about the mortgage, they would hopefully have spoken to you before. We need to just make sure all your finances are all in tip-top shape, and then you would also need to consider arranging for a survey to make sure that there's no any defects in the property, and also to make sure that you don't need to renegotiate any price. So once that's all done, it will be down to the contract stage. So this bit, I won't sort of bore anyone with this bit, because essentially they would instruct a conveyancing solicitor and they'd do it all for them. But really, I think the takeaway point is that you need to just have in the back of your mind what initial upfront costs you should be thinking about, because actually they can be quite significant, but also have an understanding of the basic procedures. If you're buying freehold or if you're buying leasehold typically can be a little bit more complicated, but I do know that for Chinese people, because in Hong Kong the properties are predominantly leasehold, I know that may be sort of more comfort. So I think it's just having an awareness as to the initial finances that you would be required to have, and then also having an understanding of the basic procedures of conveyancing, and knowing obviously conveyancing solicitors that you can contact for further information. I think, Simon, in our spreadsheet, which we will eventually share with everyone, we've also got in there, I think, a link to a website that tells you about the basic procedure, so everyone can look out for that and obviously contact us if they've got any queries.
We have a number of live events coming your way. All you need to do is go to www.optimizeaccountants.co.uk and then move over to live seminars. We have 4 main events going on right now. The first one is HK to UK to help people move from Hong Kong to the UK and get the right tax and legal financial support. We also have the Property Expert Panel, whereby you can ask your property investment questions to mortgage brokers, mentors, solicitors, NRLA, LMPG, and of course, as for tax advice. We also got another event for the tax Q&A, whereby you can ask your business and property tax questions. And if you've got a UK tax return to be submitted in the near future, why not ask your question about that as well? All you need to do is click on the event that you wish to register for, which is the tax Q&A, as for example, and then straight away you could just press the sign up button and then go through the registration process and complete the appointment. You will get a SMS reminder and email reminder too.